Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our live coverage of the 70th anniversary of the Kuwait Investment Office in London. With us here today in the studio is the economist, Nader Saleh Al-Ubaid. Good afternoon, Mr. Nader.
Good afternoon.
For our first question, I'd just like to ask, the Kuwait Investment Office in the UK has significant investments and achievements throughout the world. How has this partnership, formed over the years, become a force of economic support for both countries?
First of all, thank you for your invitation and being on this occasion. Definitely, KIO as part of the vision of the late Sheikh Abdullah Salim, definitely it was thought of diversification of the economy, and being in one of the largest and recognized economy as the British economy, definitely it will have an added value down the road, since the establishment at that time, now we are talking about 70 years. And during the 70 years, we are not talking about only the investment side. We are talking about coaching lesson in financial sectors. We've been sending bankers there for education, being close to the recognized financial firms there during 70s and 80s. It was an added value to the human resources in Kuwait. This is another thing, because you see, if you recognize, or if you see Kuwait during 60s, they thought of having some investment companies. Some of them are internationally active and some of them domestically, which used to be Kuwait Investment Company and KFTCIC, Kuwait Foreign Trading and Contracting Company, and KIIC, Kuwait Investment International Company. So they call them the 3Ks. But those three companies used to be the arms even for Kuwait Investment Authority, beside having the exposure of KIO. So those companies, they have left Kuwait into the international standard of investment. And when we talk about investment, it's not only investment. Now, Kuwait used to have different hats, even on the lending side, with coordination with Kuwait Fund and other firms. So, the diversification, even in the financial instruments, have been recognized internationally. And frankly speaking, Kuwait, through KIO and the international firms like the 3Ks, and they were recognized in the region and internationally. So the issue, not only the investment side, so developing the skills and the knowledge of the human resources. This is one of the things that part of the vision that Kuwait had at that time, to be exposed to different markets. Luckily, that the special relationship between the two sides, Kuwait and UK, definitely it was a good hub for being close to the European countries before we go further to the States.
Yes.
So this is brought different values in terms of exposure and diversification to help Kuwait in different occasions, and we have noticed that during the invasion time and before that and after that. So this special relationships we evaluated in different levels, not only on the investment side.
You were speaking earlier about coaching or training the manpower and the labor force in Kuwait. Do you see this as a key goal in the future relations?
Yes, you see, KIO and KIA, they are managing portfolios and it's been spread over number of portfolio managers, and like JP Morgan and so many big firms. So whenever there is a chance of workshops or training, you see the employees, the newcomers in KIA or the investment field, are invited there and, you know, accommodated in such workshops. And I got the opportunity during 80s to be in one of the 3 Ks.
Oh.
And I remember that we used to be sent to spend some time in one of the big firms, like at that time Midland Bank and the City, Barclays. That's why, you know, KIA brought a valuable you know, existence within the financial sector. So the training and developing the human resources, not now, it goes more than 30 to 40 years. So that's why you see we used to have, and we still have, good international recognized bankers in the international market. And I think we should not limit ourselves only to the training side. I think bringing new ideas, especially that, you know, London is considered the capital market,
economic capital,
and economy. So I think we should focus, or at least maximize the benefit of such occasions. Especially now we are talking about the 70 years, you know, celebration. I think we should enlarge our exposure to UK.